are you today?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
Yeah, this is a crazy nationals. Are you getting bombarded with people asking for your photo?
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. A record turnout for athletes. The fit physique men of over 200 athletes, and so is the figure. So it's been pretty crazy.
So you sat out of the Olympia this year because of an injury you had?
Yeah, I tore my bicep, my right bicep tendon, which side on me for a while, but it's healed now. Things are looking good, and we're on track for the Arnold Classic.
What is your next competition plans for?
Well, I hope to be invited back to compete at the Arnold, and so I was going to take a little time off, but I just got a call from one of my favorite publications, Muscle and Fitness Hers magazine, and they asked me to do a shoot January 1st. So I'm like, okay, no downtime, so I'm like starting back up, so I'll be ready very early. So just getting ready for a shoot, and then hopefully the Arnold.
So if you're prepping for the Arnold, do you usually start right after Thanksgiving? So do you normally diet through the holidays?
I have to. It takes me a little bit longer, and I have to get, for bikini, my physique needs to be a little bit leaner, so I normally start pretty far out, and having this shoot's going to help me stay on track and get in shape earlier, and so I can schedule those cheats in for like Thanksgiving, and Christmas and everything.
Enjoy the holidays a little bit, but in moderation, of course. So will we see you at the Arnold?
Yes, I will be at the Arnold.
So tell us what's new, what's going on, what have you been doing since the Olympia?
Since the Olympia, well, just kind of relaxing, taking a good off season. I've gotten married since, so just enjoying married life and just chilling.
Just got married.
Married to the man of my dreams.
And where are you living right now?
I live in New Jersey right now.
Okay, so did you guys get hit pretty bad by the hurricane?
Yeah, that was actually, I'm extremely humbled by it. It seems like, it could never happen. You always hear it happening and you're like, oh, you feel bad. But when it hits home, you really appreciate and respect Mother Nature. But I'm thankful and blessed that my whole family's okay and we're good. We're good, yeah.
And what are your plans for 2013?
I am going to apply for the Arnold at this point, and hopefully get there. If not, I'll talk to Kim and we'll figure something out after that. But I had a great year this year, really excited, and we'll look forward to next year.
So how does it feel to be the USA bodybuilding champion?
It feels absolutely wonderful. And the best thing about it is being able to come to a national show now and support all the competitors that's competing today and actually pushing them and inspiring them to go out there and get their pro card. It means a lot.
So you've been competing for a long time?
Yes, actually I started my first qualification trying to turn pro in 2006. Well, I got run up at the USAs and run up at the Nationals, so yes, it's been a journey.
Yeah, so watching all these bodybuilders today is going to give you fuel for next year?
Oh yeah, definitely. And since turning pro, I'm going to do my debut at the New York Pro in the 212 class.
All right. There's been a lot of international competitions within the last couple months. So you've been from Vegas at the Olympia, where you emceed pretty much the entire weekend, to India, to...
Well, Brazil. We've been down there. We're just all over the place. Prague, obviously, another show that's been put on the map. And the nice thing is that you're starting to see the IFBB brand itself a little bit more. Every show you go to kind of has the same flavor, has the same people. Just like when you watch an NFL competition, a game on TV, and you see basically the same thing. You know what you're going to get. And I think that's where we're kind of going with the IFBB is what you're getting every time. And it's got a certain level of quality. Not just from the competitor standpoint, but from the production standpoint. Robin Chang's been instrumental in that.
Definitely. So you're going to have a little bit of downtime over the holidays to eat some good food and...
Well, I eat good all year. That's the nice thing about being off the stage is, the only thing tougher than retiring is fitting back into your trunks. That's for sure. So make no mistake. But I will be on stage, though, Nicole, coming up. In 4 weeks' time, I will be on the stage in Miami, Florida at the Masters Olympia.
Are you going to be in your trunks?
No, I will be in a suit, but thanks for asking. No, they were trying to gold me out of retirement, but I got it too good, man. I got to be honest. I buy a new tie. I have CJ put some bling on my suit. I'm ready to go, man.
What is your next show?
I'm April. John Lindsay. So in California, it's like mid-April, April 13th.
So you have to start right after the holidays.
I'm kind of getting going. I'm ready. It's been almost a year, and I feel ready. So when that time comes, you got to jump on it.
I just got back from Prague, Czechoslovakia, which was my first show in quite a while. Such a great experience in Europe to compete with a whole nother caliber of women. So much support in there. They put on a great show. It was really welcome there. and you got to eat the best food in the world after you finished. So I was really excited. It was great getting my feet wet again to start off the season, and I'm really looking forward to doing quite a few more shows to qualify hopefully for the Olympia stage 2013.
We are at the Nationals right now, and how many times have you actually competed in the Nationals?
We've done it 4 times.
That's awesome.
4 times. Started in 2007, got 9th. Came back in 2008, got 5th. 2009, 3rd, and in 2010 I won heavyweights.
All right, so 4th time is the charm. And this year you've had a fantastic year as a pro. You qualified for the Olympia, and you know you're pretty much known as one of the best posers. So could you give us a little bit of your fit? He's gonna chicken out on us.
No, it was a great year. You know, I just try and improve every time I come on stage, and we did that. And next year, you know, we're going to get ready for the Arnold and go from there.
You won your pro card at Nationals in what year?
2000 in New York. Yeah.
Okay, so how does it feel to be on the other side watching the guys and helping the guys out? Do you miss being on stage?
You know, honestly, it's actually freaking a mind wreck when these guys up there, because you know I'm competitive. I've been to the Olympia 3 times. I mean, I'm still an active professional. I might be doing actually show again this year. So to see these guys, it's more nerve-wracking than I'm doing the show, because you know you live through them and you want them all to succeed, and you know like for an example, in the heavyweight, I had 2 guys, they got called in the first call. I'm like, oh my God, you know, like you get so excited and stuff. So it's really cool, and I'm proud of everybody I work with, you know.
First ever Nationals champion. How does it feel to be back here?
Well, you know, I was backstage and we were talking, and it dawned on me that this was 30 years ago. To be the first NPC champion, I mean, just extraordinary. And then to see how many contestants are now in the NPC, I mean, close to 1,000 for the event this evening, it is totally mind-blowing. And I'm excited to be here and to be a part of it.
Oh, I'm sure. Now tell us a little bit about this here. This is the Sandow. What year?
What year? Since I have 8 of them, I can't tell them apart. But
they all look the same?
They all look the same, you know. They're all naked and brown
heavy.
Skin. Yeah, heavy. But you know something, to have one of these is really extraordinary. And although I have 8, I never planned upon having 8. You know, to even have 1 is a miracle in itself. But I feel very fortunate in a way to have won the Mr. Olympia title. But I'm grateful for the NPC for giving me that opportunity, because it is the foundation to lead to professional bodybuilding.
You are how many weeks out from the Masters Olympia right now?
4 weeks.
I saw pictures of him guest posing recently, and he looks shredded. How do you? Is it the Chipotle chicken getting you shredded?
No, it wasn't. Why you always throw me under the bus, Nicole? Don't do that.
No, you're looking really good. How you feeling going into this show?
I feel good. You know, I skipped all the other shows after the Olympia just to relax a little bit and just focus just on this, you know, on Masters Olympia.
So you're gonna take it?
We gotta make sure that we have.
You know, that's the plan. So, you know, I don't. You know, this sport is a very subjective sport. So, I never say I'm gonna win. So, you know, I'm going to win. So let's just say that.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
So how many years have you been promoting this show?
My first year was when the 2 contests were separate, 1987. Did the men's nationals in Atlantic City, probably the best nationals in the history of the NPC. Then I did the women's separately in New York, Manhattan, my home. And then from 92 on, I've been a promoter of the nationals every year since, and hopefully many years into the future.
Yeah, so since the 80s, how have the numbers of the competitors increased?
A lot of it has to do with the classifications. The NPC as an organization, which I also function as their national media director, always looked at classifications as a marketing opportunity. So that's how we became fitness divisions, figure divisions, and able to expand arenas in the whole fitness industry that we could put our imprint on. And for that reason alone, the registration numbers, the number of sanctioned events around the United States have increased leaps and bounds.
Are there any national champions that kind of stick out in your mind as some of the best that you've seen?
Well, the guy who won my '87 show, Sean Ray. is obviously one of the great ones. Obviously, my old buddy Lee Haney goes back to the original NPC Championship.
Phil, since the Olympia, you've been on pretty much a whirlwind tour, and I follow you on Instagram and Twitter, and you're really good with your fans, but you just went on a vacation, yeah?
Yeah, I actually was able to take some time off. Had an open weekend, so spent a 5-day trip with my wife, Jenny, and we went to Cabo San Lucas, and we had such a great time we didn't even leave the resort, so it was a really good time to just unwind, get off the diet. Actually only trained one time, got massages and drinks and a lot of good food, so it was a good time to reconnect.
So after the Olympia, do you usually take about a month or two off and then hit it again hard, or are you in the gym the next week?
So usually after Olympia, in the Cheru Classic, I'm doing a couple of appearances, and I stay busy throughout that next month. So right around this time, I'm taking the entire month of December off, and I'm going to train here and there. But my biggest objective is to recover from this year's prep, because as you know, you're training the entire year, not just 12 to 16 weeks for a contest. So for me, knowing going forward that I'm trying to win number 3 and going against Jay and Kai and Branch, all these amazing guys, I got to be well rested. Last thing I want to do is take a young body and make it old by just beating myself to death without taking the right enough time of recuperation. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do just like what everybody else does, come back January 1st. I'll be one of those guys in the gym, come January 1st and hitting the gym. Hopefully I can get a bench. I probably won't do chest that day. But, overall it's just about rest and recovery, focusing more on the business side of bodybuilding, making sure I spend time with my family and friends during the holidays. My birthday's a week before Christmas, so I'm going to actually try to celebrate it this time, and have some fun.